for today's Cup of Coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee.
It wasn't a bad weekend.
No, it wasn't.
We're recording this on the eve of December the 22nd, 2024. And it wasn't bad. Tiring.
It was
because
tiring.
the next several days will be tiring. Lots to do.
Mm-hmm.
Lots and lots to do.
I mean, the holiday season is always...
Yeah. Yeah, I made homemade chicken salad for family Sunday dinner today.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kind that's got the grapes in it and stuff. Yeah. And we had...
It's really delicious.
And we had found it was a pumpkin crumble pie at Sam's there a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
We had that. And it was quite tasty, especially with a cup of coffee. Just nice, simple.
I'm not a big pie person, but, I had the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kid and I had soup where I had cooked the chicken. And so you added onion, you added some of the celery and some potatoes, and you got soup.
Yeah.
Because why would you not? You've got the broth there. Yeah. So just the tastiness. And something that's not been as tasty over the weekend, news cycle.
News
Very,
cycle.
very strange.
What's been going on in the news?
And it's this absence about the drones or whatever it is in the skies.
There's still videos on TikTok going around.
They didn't just go away. They just stopped reporting about them, which I find very bizarre.
Yeah. That means they're about to do something.
That's what I figure. There's this, the main thing has been these celebrities. I don't even know who the hell Blake Lively is.
Who?
Or Justin Baldoni or any of this stuff. And as far as some kind of legal issues, because Hollywood has not existed for me for a very long time. But while they,
they haven't really been producing anything good for a very long time.
I think this shows how tone deaf media is. Now that has been one of the things over the past week that they keep doing. These people are pissed.
Oh, yeah, they're big mad.
That X exists and that the people are talking amongst themselves.
Oh, they've been big mad that X is a thing and that, Trump has won, all that.
Well, and then them slamming Elon about, he's actually the president and this and that. No, all he does, his post, because he says what everybody else is thinking.
Right.
That's why his post gets traction.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's got to say the quiet parts out loud at some point. I mean, if you're on the normie side of YouTube, the side that Trisha Paytas is on, she's a prime example of saying the quiet parts out loud and then being labeled crazy and all that stuff and overly emotional, but people need to say it.
Nobody's listening to the celebrities anymore. They don't care anymore.
They're listening to the people online.
And that is the one thing about TikTok and the fact that you do have people that are witnessing the drones or whatever the things are. Mm-hmm. And like I said, Ben from Casper site has been one of the best as far as gathering information and presenting it. He's not sensationalistic about it, but when you've got this, he had shown yesterday this thing, it was this plasma orb looking thing that was almost like green and pink. What? And it would change shapes. Nobody knows what the hell that is. It was like some kind of cosmic watermelon or something. It's not, they're crazy. Not solid. Yeah.
Like, that's just like watermelon thing. I can't even fathom what that would look like. Like, I haven't seen the video or anything yet. But that must be like some plasma stuff, like high energy. That's almost like a force field, kind of.
Well,
that's what it reminds me of.
For them to be, those particular colors are not exactly something that, other than a watermelon, that are that naturally occurring. You've got people that are absolutely, as far as trying to explain this from a natural or scientific point of view, tying themselves in knots.
Yeah.
And so instead of trying to tie knots and all that stuff this weekend, they just totally ignored it, which is really freaky.
The fact that they ignored it, that's highly suspicious. Like, dead ass. Like, that's... They... You know they never shut up anyway. They never shut up until something major is about to happen. And that seems to be a pattern that has occurred with multiple instances.
But for them to...
stuff...
whatever this lawsuit is about these actors that few know about or anything. I mean, like I said, even on X, nobody's talking about that.
Right, because there's a whole thing also going on about, like, let's all just ignore the celebrities. Like, if they pop up on your feed, you just scroll past them. Yeah,
I don't... like I said, I'm subscribed to a very limited number of people.
Everybody has found out that they are distractions. So... they're not going to be listening to them anymore.
But as far as the people talking amongst themselves, and one thing that I did see, and it was weird because you can try to validate and verify some of the information, and you can only do so much. But they had been having a drone show down in Orlando, and for whatever reasons, the drones started to malfunction and started to fall out of the sky. And one of them had reportedly, they had struck a 7-year-old child.
Oh?
Yeah.
So then what has been happening? Have they just been losing battery? Or
Don't
has
know.
the operators just... Are they saying that they've been, like, shot down? Is that what they're about to say?
No, they're not saying anything like that. They're saying that the company that had been doing the show, that they were a credible company. They don't know what happened, but one of the things that people had reported that had personal drones or non-commercial drones, when these UAPs and such were around, was that they did drain batteries. Now, I'm not saying that that's what happened with this drone show. But if you could watch the video, and I mean, they were just dropping out of the sky.
I bet you that's what it is. The UAPs is sucking that energy up. It's draining the batteries, because that's...
That or somebody jammed their signal or something like that. And it's horrible to think that somebody would be that insidious, but no, they're out there.
In today's world, oh yeah, it's very likely people would do that. Somebody would do that.
And it's like, why in the hell were people, and it was, that was one of the common questions, why were people sitting under these devices? Bless. You don't sit under fireworks, not if you've got a lick of sense. You know, that you should have watched that from a great distance in case something did malfunction. I always expect the unexpected. So it was interesting because, like I said, I really, links on X you can't really share per se. I mean, they're difficult.
Yeah, they are difficult.
And so they
need to fix that.
Yeah. One of these accounts that's sort of iffy anyhow. That's the reason I go to the comment section. If you go to the comment section, you can find out whether the page or whatever is bogus or not. Because people are really quick about calling out some of the bullshit pages.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how they do it, but it's just they're on it. They are on it. Have you seen the legal notices on The Voice? Or The View? That's what I meant. The View. The legal notices on there?
Oh, is that Whoopi Goldberg thing?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, every time that one lady was trying to say something, she would have to say a legal note. Well, correcting herself because she was about to slander.
That happened a few weeks ago. And it's like, when you are making allegations against people, as far as something that is saying that they have done something that is criminal or whatever like that, you have a responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, slander is still a thing. And so some of these people, do legal measures need to be taken against them? Absolutely.
They do.
You can't just go out here and say things without proof. That's the reason, as far as the magical word allegedly.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the stuff that they're spouting is propaganda. And distraction, which that's another thing. What they're trying to do with these drones is distract.
Right. From what? We don't know.
Actual UAPs, because there's people saying like they're here.
Yeah.
And they're floating up there, and these drones are just a distraction, so you don't know what's what.
Well, one of the things that I did see a report about, as far as the Coast Guard and their reportings of some of these UAPs and stuff, and that some of the elected people had, basically said that they didn't know what they were talking about. Now, let me tell you something. That these guys, that is their job. And guys, that's a generic thing. I'm Gen X. Our people don't care. They've got better sense than to get caught up in all that idiocy. Mm-hmm. So when you've got people that are making reports about what they're seeing, it was the White House that insulted them. Of course they did. Because, oh my God.
Like they can be trusted in anything that they say.
That is one thing that did come out over the weekend about how that Biden had been demented since taking the office. No shit.
What? Oh.
And I think that these people, as far as, and what you would do with some of this stuff, I don't know. But when you have people that have deceived millions,
the demented Argo,
I think that there needs to be some kind of accountability.
There does.
Yeah.
There does need to be.
And this is part of the problem, that people are seeing so many of these people that have done truly heinous things just glide by, or to sit there, if they'll give these half-assed, sorry. No. Sometimes sorry does not cut it.
Right. Like, the damage that they have caused is a little more past, sorry.
Yeah. And you've got some other people, it's like,
y'all killed people.
It's all right, come over here and we'll love on you. And that's like I was talking to oldest kid this evening. I said, these people act like they've never seen a horror movie. You never turn your back when the monster appears to be down.
Right. Never.
That's just
They're
stupid.
Gonna pop back up. Have none of y'all seen Halloween?
Yeah. Or this, and it
or
makes
Jason.
it makes me crazy to somebody be some perpetrator, whether it's monster or whatever, and they'll turn their back and leave the weapon beside them, and I'm like, you are a special kind of stupid. I mean, honestly, but some of these people are acting like that. When you've got somebody that's got a track, and I believe in redemption, I believe in forgiveness, but when you've got somebody that's got a track record of doing horrific things for the majority of their life, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, whoops, sorry, my bad. And you just automatically, you've got to prove that. You've got to earn trust and respect back.
Every bit of it. So how do we trust them? I asked that too. How can we trust them with these drones that they're telling the truth and all that? We can't.
No.
And we don't.
No.
That's why they're trying to get rid of like X and TikTok and all that stuff.
They don't want the people talking amongst themselves.
Right. Because if they talk amongst themselves, they will find out the truth real fast.
Because where we see the worst of humanity in some of these videos, especially the TikToks, it's not all of the people that are on there. There are actually some highly intelligent people that's on that platform.
Mm-hmm. They usually get, you got to dig for them.
There's some highly intelligent people over on X.
There is.
Again,
really
you've got to
is.
dig for them. I believe in quality over quantity. That's why I'm very selective on some of this stuff. But the drone thing and the quietness, and I'm like, don't trust it.
It's a plan.
Do not trust it.
They got something planned.
Yeah, but it's not going to stop us from enjoying our holidays and different things like that. But
Right.
it was just odd.
Because, I mean, that stuff ain't really happening around where we are, so...
I don't want it to be.
Although you did see a spotlight, and I just saw a video about someone else seeing the spotlight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't like a spotlight from a police helicopter or anything like that.
No.
There was no noise, none.
Yeah, it was the same with them.
I have seen spotlights from, like police helicopters and stuff like that. And this, what I saw a few nights ago, was not it at all.
It's just something else. It's UAP stuff.
It was odd.
Yeah. Oof.
So, final thoughts, kid?
Stay prayed up.
Pace yourself if you're doing some of the cooking and all that stuff. Pace yourself.
Have a good time either way. I mean, shit's gonna happen regardless,
Yeah.
So just...
Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Don't fix the aspic. We've watched other videos.
God.
And it's not just me. I thought it was just me.
No.
No, it wasn't. It's a textural thing or whatever, but it was just... Now, like I said, if it had been done with fruit, that could be nice. That could be lovely.
Well,
But to have this stuff, as far as it gelatinous and cold and savory, that is just something. No. No. And that one lady that had opened that can of peas, and I'm like, that's a odd color. That's
Yeah.
an odd color.
bad peas. They're very bad peas.
Some of them Dollar General peas. We don't. It's genetically modified something. Don't eat that.
Don't eat it. Oh. But you're putting fucking chicken, peas, carrots, tomatoes, olives, all that.
Well, it
Peppers.
could have been good if it had been in a soup or whatever, but to eat all that
Not in a
together and
Jell-O.
cold. Yeah.
Not in a
In
Jell-O.
a gelatinous. No.
Like this is the difference between it's savory Jell-O, just never. You go with the sweet Jell-O always.
Yes. It's the fruits and the marshmallows and all that.
'Cause Jell-O
happy
salads.
stuff. Yes. The happy stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I'm
Fluff.
not going to be bringing one of them aspics. I'm like, no. I can see my budget. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
You know what? That needs to be a bit in Fear Factor. You gotta eat some aspic.
Oh, they had some. My God, I would cringe. That was the thing. I'm like, do not do that. Do not do that. It's not worth it. Everybody's having paranormal and supernatural, and a little bit of everything in between.
Yeah.
So, you want to tell them where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda, COCWS.
He's on there too. I've got his X handle in the description box.
Yeah.
It's what is it?
Oh, it's that alien.
When it's all run together like that, it's hard. You're like, what the hell is that? But it's in there.
It's like, oh, I couldn't put a period there. It's like, oh, it's that alien. And then I don't want to put the fucking underscores, and I don't want to do all that. No, I'm just going to type that shit. I'm too lazy to even.
God. Anyhow, know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.